Hello, everyone, and welcome back to From Both Sides. I'm Johnny, and today my guest is Sabrina again.
Again.
Hello, hello, and welcome, Sabrina. How are you?
Hello. Thank you so much. I'm really good. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again because it was super fun last time.
Yes, it's a pleasure for me as well. So today we will be covering all the modern dating behaviors that we pretend are harmless, but honestly leave people messed up. We will talk
hmm
about ghosting, breadcrumbing, and other behaviors. We've technically, as a society, invented so many ways to avoid being honest with people and using them in certain ways, and then we act surprised. Oh my God, no one trusts us.
Yeah.
Why? Why did this happen to me? So yeah, let's get into it. In segment one, the icebreaker, guilty or not
Okay.
guilty.
My gosh.
The purpose
I
of the
think this will be
icebreaker,
really fun.
the purpose here is that you confess certain things. So before we judge
hmm
anyone, we need to check ourselves, right? We need to see
Yeah.
if we are if
But
we are
we
worth
still
it.
listen and we don't
We
judge.
don't judge exactly ourselves. We listen and we don't judge ourselves.
Exactly.
So first question, directly to the point. Have you ever ghosted someone?
Yeah. I mean, don't we do that? Like all of us? I think it's a common thing at some point in our life.
Avoid it. I try to avoid it. I hate ghosting, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I hate being ghosted, but how do you feel? Do you feel bad about it that you ghosted someone?
When I do, I usually don't really feel bad because I have like a strong motivation for it. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's better like this.
For example, what's the last reason? You don't have to go too much into detail.
Oh, no, absolutely. Also, because I think we're going to go into details later
Okay.
somehow. But maybe if someone doesn't accept a no for an answer, like when people doesn't accept, like, I don't want to date you anymore, or like this thing is not for me, at some point you have to ghost them, if they
hmm
don't accept it. What can you do? So, yeah.
So have you ever been ghosted?
Yes,
Did you
absolutely.
did you figure out why it happened?
Maybe sometimes I don't
hmm
really remember it, but isn't ghosting already kind of an answer? It's like, okay.
Yeah, but to me, that's the part that bothers me most. It has happened to me as well, and I'm like, but why? Like, just tell
Hmm.
me I cannot talk, or I don't want to talk, or whatever it is. The reason that you disappear from my life when everything, or at least I
Mm-hmm.
seeing that everything is going well. I hate that part when someone
Yeah, I know.
disappears without saying goodbye. If you want to leave, leave. I'm not gonna hold you back. Just say goodbye, or say I'm busy or
Yeah,
whatever it is. But you just
it will be
disappear, no
easier.
answer at all. That's ghosting. And then you're like, why? What did I do wrong?
Why? Like, exactly. I didn't did anything wrong.
And that is the part that hurts the most because you keep thinking about this the whole time. Like, what did I do wrong?
I know, but I will not go to ask too much, like why this happened. Like not anymore. I know that when I was younger, for sure, I was more like, oh, but why? What did I did and whatever. But now, even if you get an answer
hmm
to why did you ghosted me, most of the time it's not the truth, you know? They don't tell you the truth because it can be also something super kind of, let's say, stupid.
hmm
For example, I don't know, your breath smells bad or you have a super high pitched voice. Like, for example, I can't stand, I'm so sorry, I know it's super bad, but I can't stand people in general, men and female, with high pitched voice. So all of my friends have a lower voice. But I will not tell someone, oh, I don't want to date you because of your voice.
I will not say that as well. Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
high pitched voice and nasal voices to me is a very, if someone
Oh,
sounds
like,
like this, yeah,
hello.
exactly. That to me, it's just no. And I know
Yeah,
that, for
it's a
example,
big
and this
no.
is common in certain languages. I know, like in Italy, especially in the south of Italy, I think girls tend to have more nasal voices. I've noticed this by just listening to them.
Really?
When they speak Italian in the south of Italy, it sounds like it's coming from the nose. That's like always like that. And
I
you're like,
never notice it.
that's not attractive at all to me.
Yeah, exactly. So many
Yeah.
times it's not even that the person has
Yeah.
something bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. It's
just
just not
like a
attractive at all.
personal thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's not wrong, but yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about breadcrumbing. So breadcrumbing is when you
Hmm.
send just enough things to keep someone
Yeah.
interested, but you're never pushing it towards a full relationship. Are you guilty of this?
Yes, but when I was younger,
Okay,
still. When I was younger,
okay.
I was a completely different person.
You were
Now,
an
all of the
asshole.
things, I wasn't an asshole, but I probably was a little more toxic. But now I'm
Okay,
healed, so I try to avoid all of those
okay,
manipulations,
sure.
you know? Maybe I'm not healed. I swear I'm way better now. But yeah, I did. Mostly, I had a friendship with this guy. I mean, for me, it was a friend. He wanted something more. So it was kind of, I was keeping into
Poor
the friend
guy.
zone.
Yeah, that is what a lot of girls do.
I
That's
know.
horrible for the guy because he's always thinking, "Oh, I have a chance, and then you're like, "Oh, I have a new guy," and then you dump the guy, and then you're like, "Yeah, I have a chance."
But
Nope,
no chances.
no
I'm
chances,
sorry,
my friend.
honey.
At some point, he wakes up, but it's like 7 years later, and too late.
It actually, yeah.
What?
So,
Still going on?
I'm so guilty. Not really, not anymore. I hope.
Okay.
We still have kind of a friendship. Like, we don't are friends, but sometimes, like, he invites me to his birthday, or I invited him before going to South America to a little party that I did. So just small things. We talk maybe a couple of times a year, but it started when I was 14 and I broke up. No, I had like my first relationship, and then I broke up with that person. And this guy was always there for me. And I was kind of keeping him close, but at the same time, I told him, I don't see you.
Okay, but you told him. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I told him.
Fair enough.
But I still kind of probably did some breadcrumbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not really flirted, but those.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you make me feel so good. Like,
that's
you
bad.
always are cute with me. Yeah, it is bad. But I told him I don't see you as a boyfriend. I'm trying to be better. Okay.
One more question. Have you ever orbited someone? So orbiting is when you basically just stalk them, but without talking to them. Watched all their stories, their posts, but never texted them.
Never texted them, no. Like, if I'm interested in someone at some point, I'm gonna make a move.
Okay.
But maybe I did for like a month, checking the stories, putting hearts. But again, when I was younger, because now that I'm more aware of who I am, what I deserve in life and everything, if I want something, I'm gonna go for it. And if the other person acts the same way, then it's okay. If the other person confuses me, I'm like, nope, that's it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
You're like, bye-bye.
Yeah, but I'm out.
What's the most creative excuse you have used to avoid someone, that you are not
the most
interested in?
creative? Oh my God, I have no idea. What did I say? I'm sure I said something because I'm a really creative person. So probably I used some.
Maybe if they watch this, they will recognize themselves.
Hopefully they don't really talk in English.
Okay.
I mean, for sure I used excuses like, oh, I'm still not ready for a relationship or stuff like that. But I don't feel like that is so creative.
No, it's super used. It's not you, it's me. That's always
exactly.
the case.
Or I'm focused on my career.
Yeah.
I don't have time because, I say many times, like,
I
don't have time because I also have 2 dogs and I barely have times for myself. So when I have the time, I prefer to stay alone. But that was also the truth.
Okay, but that's fair. I mean, that's not an excuse then, right? That's fair.
It kind of was if we think that when I met someone that I actually liked, I found the time.
You were like, fuck it, I don't care. Sorry, you were like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not about the time, honestly. It's about you. So bad.
Nice.
I'm regretting
now that we are
this.
a bit warmed up, we can go to the second segment, which is our main topic, the modern playbook of avoidance. Basically, we want to understand why these behaviors exist, right? Why do we do them and the real damage they cause. So I think we have romanticized this thing where we are, cold and emotionally unavailable and distant. We don't show that we're interested. And then this builds up in ourselves and we become this person where we cannot be honest also to the other person and show vulnerability and show interest and attraction because it means, my God, I really have the feelings for that person. So it's too true, too honest, too vulnerable.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that we do that and we act more casual when we're not really interested in someone. But maybe it's just me. Because when I'm really interested in someone, I'm okay with being super vulnerable. Like I'm not afraid. I just go for it. And also because like if I do that, it's just because I see the same also from the other person. If the other person gives me like casual vibes, I'm not into that person. Like I immediately stop
But do
being
you want a
interested.
person? Okay, but that's a good point, right? I understand. But if you take it, let's say, okay, I'm the guy and you're the girl. If you are acting casually with me, I will act casually with you. But then you think, oh, he's acting casually with me, so I'll be casual with him, or I will be cold, and then. But the thing is, he doesn't want to make the first. I mean, not the first move. Let's say now the moves are made, but he
Yeah.
doesn't want to show that he's, oh my god, in love with you while you just met him a week ago. But at the same point, you're like, oh, he doesn't show interest. Okay, so I think this is a really tricky thing, but
Yeah. I mean, I can do the first move. I can be like, you know what? I'm not about casual stuff. I'm into you. Like, I really like you. What do you think? Like,
yeah,
let's
exactly.
have a conversation about this, because I really hate casual stuff. I don't like when a guy acts cool. Like, I'm so cool. Yeah, chill vibes. No, I'm not. I'm a lot intense as a person, so I
You're
tend to
not chill
go
at all.
when I'm in. Nope, I tend to go really deep
Okay.
if I'm interested. Almost not
Too deep.
immediately, but
Well,
whatever.
whatever. I'm getting married. Cool. So maybe let's try to break it down and talk about these topics in separate
Okay,
parts. So let's talk about ghosting first. Again, I come back to this question which cannot enter my brain and I don't understand it. Why do people ghost? Why? Why not just say, hey, I am not interested, or I am busy, or I am whatever? But ghosting, I don't understand.
I think many people feels that ghosting is a little bit more cruel. No, I'm sorry, less cruel than
I hope
saying
not.
the truth, but it is more cruel sometimes. I mean, it depends, because if I have to tell you the real reason, if it's something about you that you can change, as again the voice, then it will be more cruel to say the truth.
But
I feel
saying I'm
like you
not
can still
interested,
say
I'm not
exactly. You can still
interested.
say something
Yeah,
like, I don't feel that connection.
exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know why people ghost, honestly. I do that because when it happens to me, and it happened also probably recently, but because mostly when a person is interested into me, and I'm a super friendly person, so I talk with everyone and I'm on the phone most of the time. So if I receive a message, I reply quickly. And many times men can feel, I mean, all of us, honestly, but I talk with them, so men in my case, feel like I'm into them just because I'm friendly. So I don't really ghost, but I start fading away, you know, just less messages, like a couple of hours after instead of immediately a day after, and then slowly I disappear,
Until they
basically.
understand.
Yeah, because I mean, we didn't never had a connection, like a relationship. We never dated or something like that. So I don't feel like, if I give an explanation, why am I doing that? I mean, because it's about unspoken things. Like, they never told me I'm into you or something like that. So yeah, that's the last scenario about ghosting. I don't know, that happened to me, that I did.
You mentioned now
unfortunately.
having a relationship and being together or not. Do you think that ghosting after a date or two is different or hits differently than ghosting after 6 months?
Absolutely. After 6 months, you're a really horrible person. Like, why you
Why?
do that? That's really bad. And I don't know, does it happen?
I hope
It
not.
never happened to me, and I really
I
hope
hope
it
not.
doesn't happen to people, because it's really cruel. Like, you leave that person over there not knowing what happened at all. And I feel it's super bad. Even more if it's like a quick thing, if it's something that faded away slowly, at least the other person knew that something was off. So you kind of understand, and you're like, whatever, at some point. Or at least you have the chance to ask. Like, you give the other person the chance to ask what is happening. But completely disappearing after 6 months, it's really bad. After one date or two, I think it's super normal, and I wouldn't investigate.
Yeah, I think exactly. Like there are situations where it could be understood from both sides. Like you went on a date or two. After the date, you said, it was a nice date, although maybe it wasn't a perfect date. And then you don't talk to each other anymore. I guess it's not ghosting. I see it as ghosting when it's one side still trying to have conversations with the other one, and the other one is like, I'm not answering you.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to me before meeting my person that I have right now. Like, I went out on just one date with this guy, and we had a really nice dinner together. The conversation was pretty good, like not super good, but was nice. And at the end of the date, he said something like, of course, I'm going to pay for it, but I want you to know that I really want to do that because I had an amazing time with you and you're an amazing person. And then I had to go away because, I mean, he knew I didn't have the time. So it was like a quick thing. And then he almost disappeared completely. Like, I texted him, he replied, and then he disappeared. And I was like, what happened? I mean, you told me those amazing things at the end.
That's manipulation, I think, maybe.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you could have said, was nice meeting you, bye, and then
Bye.
disappeared.
Exactly.
Would have been better. But why telling me that I'm amazing and you spend such a great time with me, and then it's terrible. Don't do that.
That is terrible. That is terrible.
Yeah, but I was okay with it. And when he actually disappeared, and this is also an advice that I give to people, don't try to have an answer of why they did that, because if it's just one date and okay, you had a great dinner as I did, maybe the next day they had another date with someone else that was even better for them, and it's completely fine. Like, it's nothing wrong about you. It's just they had a better connection, like as I did with the person I'm dating now. It happened the same thing. But if I'm dating someone or I have like a date planned, I'm not going to disappear. Like, when I met my person, I texted to the other people. At first, I was like, do I have to owe them an explanation or not? Because a guy, I had just one date more planned and I never saw that guy before. So I was like, do I really owe him an explanation or not?
It's a nice gesture. Yeah, it's a nice gesture to say, hey, I have to cancel because I found someone else. I mean, good luck.
Exactly.
It's very
nice.
I
did that.
Yeah,
like, I
not
texted
showing up
him
to
and
the
I
date
told
would
him.
be worse.
Oh, no, absolutely. I will never do that.
Yeah.
But I texted him, hey, I'm sorry this is coming out of nowhere, but I met someone and I want to explore more that connection. I wish you the best because I think you're a great person. And he was so happy. He said, I really hope the best for you and thank you for telling me. I love honesty. That was it. He was really mature.
Exactly. That's how it should be, right? Between mature adults. I mean, otherwise, what are we doing? Yeah. So now, switching to breadcrumbing, why do people send just enough? Why did you do it? Why do you send just enough to keep people on the hook?
Of course, because we love attentions.
Okay.
It's like that safe thing, that it always gonna try to make you feel good somehow. So yeah, it's that. I don't think there is another reason, or maybe yes. What do you think?
I think so. I think I agree with the attention topic. I think that's the most I can think of. It's because we want to have options maybe as well. Maybe because we're not sure. As you said, when you meet someone and you're like, yeah, this is it. This is the person, or this is the one I want. Then you don't bother with other people anymore. You're like, I don't care. But when you are in this stage where you are dating many people and you're like, I want to keep my options open because I'm not sure about anyone, then you will spread the breadcrumbs everywhere. And it's like here, like there, message here, a message there. Yeah.
You're right. Also, if you're like, oh, right now I feel like being single, but this person is nice. I like this person. So I'm just going to keep the person here until fall.
And I guess girls are more, maybe we talk about it, but the girls are more susceptible or more the initiators of this type of behavior because they have a bigger following of men just waiting as friends in the background.
But are you sure we do that the most?
Yes.
I feel like
100%.
It's more men because men doesn't have those. Yeah, but it's because since we have many, I don't know. Okay, this is my point of view. Since we have those many options open, we don't need to keep them close. But for a man, since doesn't have many options. That's exactly what I mean.
Like, you're keeping your options open by keeping them close. You know what I mean? Like, if you completely ignore them, the guys will at some point understand, okay, she has someone else or she's not interested. So they will move on. But if you keep feeding them breadcrumbs, they're like, okay, here's a message, here's a like, here's a whatever. Every now and then they'll be like, oh, she's interested. Oh, she's interested. And they'll always be ready, but not understanding what's happening.
I don't agree with this.
Okay.
It's not because we're better. I mean, I think it can be worse than that. Like, as female, oh my God, this is gonna be so bad. We have, again, more options open, so we don't need to do the crumbing because we know that we can also completely ghost and then at some point go back and probably the other person will still be there. But for
Maybe
a man,
that depends on the level
of mean, how mean are you?
how mean are you, yes, and how pretty you are. It's also who is doing this. But I believe that from not experience, but like from seeing other people, it seems like girls do this more by keeping guys friends around them, and at some point you're like, oh yeah, this is the next guy. Yep, come here.
But men, since they don't have those many options, if they have like a couple of girls interested, they're gonna keep them both, you know?
But then that's not breadcrumbing. It's dating two girls
No,
at the
but
same time.
that's even worse.
That's even worse, which is different, right?
It's going worse and worse here.
That's like,
What is happening?
That's just cheating.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We're all bad. Don't do that.
Equally
Stop doing breadcrumbs. Like, don't spread crumbs. Keep them for yourself.
Do you think it's worse to do breadcrumbing than to ghost?
Yes.
Why?
For me, yes, absolutely. Because you're not letting me live my life. If you ghost me, you're basically setting me free. Like, you can do whatever you want. I mean, it also depends on how the person reacts. But at some point, you're going to be like, yeah, you know, whatever, let's move on. But if someone is manipulating you with breadcrumbs, that's bad because it affects your daily life. So yeah, I think it's worse. Don't you think?
I agree. I think it is worse. It is probably easier to do. No, is it easier to do? I don't know. I'm thinking here now from a I don't know, from a perspective of no, it's not easier to do.
And it's breadcrumb, no, because it's an active thing. Like, you have to put an effort.
You're actively trying to keep them attached, but at the same time, the ghosting would be just, I don't want to talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah, disappearing is so much easier.
So much easier.
It's like, bye.
Bye. Block.
No, without bye.
Without
actually.
bye. Exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's without the bye. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem.
Just disappearing.
Just out. Ciao. Not even ciao. Oh. Speaking now of orbiting someone and soft launching someone, why do people orbit other people on social media without making contact?
That's interesting, actually. Probably there are many reasons. Sometimes just curiosity. Like, I still want to know. Maybe, like, if it's someone that dated you before, maybe they just want to know everything about your life somehow. So they kind of stalk you online. I don't know. Or is about ego. Like, I don't want to tell you that I still like you, so I keep staying here. Maybe you're gonna notice me, and I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you notice me, and then I breadcrumb you by orbiting you.
I mean, I saw so many reels and stuff online, like, he liked my story, so is he interested in me? Hell no. Like, no.
Yeah.
If he's interested, he should text.
Yeah, liking a story nowadays means nothing.
Nothing.
It could be I'm interested. It could be I like what you just posted. I mean, it's a story.
Yeah.
Like,
or
it means
you're
nothing
hot.
nowadays. I think it start meaning something when you're like liking all of their stories and all of their posts. It's also creepy. But
okay, that's creepy. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
that's really creepy.
Don't do that.
No, text to the person. Like, if you like all of the stories, text to the person. Like, I'm interested in you or whatever, but don't do just that.
Exactly.
No.
I have a question about soft launching.
Okay.
Do you think soft launching, maybe let's explain what soft launching is. The way I understand it, it's like when you post, like, let's say no one knows that you have a partner, but you don't just post a picture with your partner that says, hey, that's my new guy. You just start posting a picture that seems like you're on a date with someone, or you can see the hand of someone in the picture, or the shoulder of the guy next to you seems like you are on a date. That's what you do. So now, maybe personal opinion. Do you think it's, in your case, maybe it's not, but let's take in general. Is it lack of commitment, or is it just privacy?
Because I will reply more on what is for me. I think it's privacy. I think it's also healthier, honestly, to soft launch someone, like your relationship and everything, instead of boom, I have a relationship. It's him. Yeah. Why you do that? Maybe after 2 days, like you break up
Yeah, you break up
and
again.
you have a new one. Boom,
Yeah,
this is my
boom.
new guy.
Feels like 2007, 2010 Facebook or something. Like when
Yeah.
Facebook just started and became famous, it was like some people were using it every day to post a relationship with new person. It's
Yes.
complicated. Oh, left this
It
person
was
and
so
married
bad. They
that
were
guy. I was like,
also,
yeah.
I also remember that in my first relationship, we were also arguing
Mhm.
on the feed of Facebook.
On the
Like,
feed of Facebook.
yeah, it was
How old were you?
over there for everyone. I mean, I was 14, 15, so
Okay,
whatever.
you were
I
super
will
young.
not do that now. But yeah, I remember that sometimes, you know, that Facebook shows you memories.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God.
I hate
No, I deleted
taking
Facebook. I
a
don't
look.
use it anymore. But, at some point, yeah, it was giving me memories of my post in 2009 or 10 or 11. I don't even remember which year it was. I was like, what was I talking about? What is this? Why was I so... I was in this like phase, like posting lyrics from songs and expecting people to understand what I'm thinking about. And like, what was I thinking about? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then speaking of these Facebook things, I remember there was a couple in my school which used to basically get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up every like
Oh my
1 or 2
God.
weeks, and they would post all the time on Facebook.
Yeah.
Every time it
Of
happened.
course.
Like
Everyone has to know.
every time they were together, they put it on Facebook, and every time they broke up, they put it on Facebook. And you were like,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Stop telling us about it. They should have not
Yeah.
just soft launched, they should have not launched at all. Now they are married actually, and
completely
maybe they
agree.
have a kid. They have a kid even. I don't know. But you know, back in the day they were, and apparently they're happy, but back in the day they were really
Toxic?
they didn't know what was happening. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Maybe it is, but don't do
Yeah.
it, I would say.
I don't know. I will soft launch always. Like, it's more private also. I think it's way better, and you're still showing that you're in a
Yeah,
relationship
there is
with someone.
someone.
Like,
You're not
I'm not
hiding the fact
available.
that
So
you are in a
yeah,
relationship.
exactly.
Yeah, it's just that I don't
So
want to have all the eyes on this right now.
exactly.
Yeah, I think all these behaviors link to how we want to protect ourselves, maybe, in my opinion. Because again, when we are too vulnerable, we get hurt. So whether it's ghosting because we don't want to be honest and saying and afraid of the other person's reaction, maybe because we're trying to say, I don't want to hurt them, but in reality, no, it's just we don't want to feel like we hurt them by not telling them why we left them. And breadcrumbing
Yeah,
is to
makes
feel
sense.
better and getting attention, as you said, and having some options. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Exactly what you said. Absolutely exactly what you said. We should do better, as we were saying in the end of the other episode. We can be better.
Yeah, exactly.
And we
We
should
can
do
be better
better.
people. That is true.
So we should also stop. You know what? I think that many times people ghost because in a previous experience they try to say like I'm sorry, but I'm not into you, and the other person acted crazy. Like, why not? What did you like? But we had such a great connection on our first date and the second date and whatever, and you say that you liked me and stuff like that. I can still change my mind.
Okay.
It's okay
Yeah,
to
I can
change our
my mind.
mind. So yeah, I changed my mind. I don't feel the same thing I told you a few days ago, and please accept it.
Yeah, I think
So yeah.
that's a good way to do it. I would say that's a good excuse. Speaking of excuses, we move on to segment 3.
Okay.
Basically, it's a segment where we challenge each other's, and it's called Hot Take Showdown. No more nice excuses. So let's talk about hot takes.
Okay.
So we know this, we've done this before. I say a hot take or you say a hot take, and then we have to react to it. Basically, if you breadcrumb someone, you're not confused about your feelings, you just like the attention. We talked about this.
Yeah.
That is true, right?
Absolutely
That's
true.
absolutely
Yes.
true. Very obvious. If you've been ghosted, you probably saw it coming, but ignored it anyway.
Yeah, it depends if they did it like in a slow way. Because there are two ways of ghosting, I think. The one that I was explaining before, where you just disappear slowly and the other person notices, and the other one where you just out of nowhere, you just disappear, and that's really bad. I mean, they're both bad. But so it can be true if the other person faded away somehow. But if it just disappeared and you had like no reason to think that they were gonna do that, then no, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you can sometimes tell because they start, as you said before, you start, for example, replying 2 hours late, then 4 hours late, then a day late, then 2 days late, then a weekend goes by, then a week goes by, and you're like, oh, sorry, I was busy.
Oh my God.
No, you're not. I know your phone is always with you. Why are you lying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you were not busy. You were busy replying to me. But if I was someone else, you would have replied immediately. I mean, people are busy, of course, but you know what I mean. It can happen that you don't reply to someone for a couple of days, but you have priorities.
I do that a lot with friends. Like
that you forget
me
to
and
reply.
also my friends. Yes, because maybe I also feel overwhelmed from the day. So of course I'm going to reply faster to my person, but to my friends, I'm going to be like, I'm too overwhelmed. I don't want to stay on my phone, so I'm going to reply.
Depends on what conversation you're having, right? If it's a time-sensitive thing, then you have to reply, right? They asked you, are you coming today? And you're like, you cannot reply 3 days from now. It's today. Are you coming or not? Are you going to go? Right? But
no,
if they ask you, I don't know, about your dog, and you're like, okay, I can reply about it tomorrow.
Exactly.
I'm not in the mood right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was saying.
One other question or a statement. Nobody ghosts someone they're actually afraid to lose.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, I hope. If you do that, you're kind of stupid. If you're afraid to lose someone, but you ghost them.
Maybe they're trying to play 3D chess, you know. I will ghost them to the point they will miss me so much they will come back running.
Well, actually, that can be true, honestly.
See? There it is. So you changed your mind now.
Not for me. Probably, yeah. Because it can be also the thing about, I don't want to make the first move. I'm going to disappear. If they're really interested in me, they're going to text me.
This usually fires back in my opinion. At least, I don't know, if the other person respects themselves, they will not just run after you all the time.
Absolutely. But still, honestly, I don't think they're... sorry.
No.
I honestly think that they don't really want the other person. They're not that afraid of losing the other person. I don't know. I think it happened to me many times where they kind of ghosted me and then they came back, but I wasn't there anymore. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like a big no if you disappeared.
If you ghost someone, you should not care. And if you do care, then you're just trying to play this 3D chess, and it's not a good thing at all.
No, not at all.
If you're starting your relationship by trying to manipulate them, where are you gonna go with this relationship?
No, exactly. I think I have a non-spoken rule for myself. Like, if they disappear for 2 days, that's it. Unless it's just someone you...
Are they in the hospital?
Oh, no, of course. Unless it's something like an emergency. Absolutely.
Dude,
you were in a coma?
Coma? Okay.
How dare you?
You could have just me a message.
Exactly.
From the machine, you can just beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, you could have asked the doctor to send me a message.
You don't have my number written on your hand, so you can call me as an emergency contact?
Exactly. What are you doing?
Crazy.
Then I will be the crazy one.
Yeah.
No, but...
Maybe about orbiting a bit. It's just something I think that people do a lot. Do you think that they want to be remembered without being accountable?
I never thought about that before, honestly. Like, oh, I'm still here. I exist.
Yeah, I'm still here, you know, like, and then disappear, orbit, or actually we don't like, you just watch, and you're like, X, watch my story.
Oh my God, so many people does that on my profile, but also not like men, also friendships that I had with also girls, and I don't talk with them since years. Maybe because we had an argument or whatever, you know, life also, but they still keep watching everything I do, and I'm like, why you do that? Like, I don't follow them anymore, or at least I don't watch their stories. I'm like, I don't like to
I think with the story watching, I have noticed something to me as well. There are people which I don't talk to anymore for years, or we haven't talked for years, but maybe we were together in university or whatever, or in school. But the thing is, I'm too lazy to go and selectively remove them from my following list. So I just, when I'm in the stories and I click on someone's story and I just click next, they just come up. But I don't want to watch the story. So they will think I'm watching the stories because I really care. don't care at
They
all
think you're
about your
orbiting.
story. But the thing is, I'm so lazy to go and remove them.
Okay.
That's the only thing. I need to do that at some point. Sit down and just like digital detox, but digital spring cleaning. It's like
You're like,
you
every
clean your
time you see them,
Instagram
you
from
just
yeah,
remove,
unfollow, or
unfollow.
mute. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. Yeah, I actually maybe don't unfollow, but I mute for sure the stories. Like, nah, I
Yeah.
really don't want to see
But
that person.
then what's the point, right? If you don't unfollow and you just mute, that means you still care.
Because yeah, you can still check when you want, but you don't want to.
You don't want them to
watch
know that you
everything.
unfollowed them.
Exactly. Also.
Which means you
But
still care.
if
If you haven't talked to them in 10 years, why do you care?
Absolutely, but it depends if it's okay. It depends if it's like someone with I don't know. Like, did we argued and we stopped our friendship? In that case, I unfollow. I don't care anymore. Whatever. But if it's someone I didn't had like a bad ending, maybe we never had an end. It was just life, you change career, you move into another city or whatever. So you don't keep really contact with that person. But it's still nice to see that person sometime on your profile just to, what are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Then we can move on to the next segment, our listener corner. So we have some stories from our listeners. I start with the first one. I went on 7 dates with someone over 2 months. The 8th date already was planned, confirmed the day before, and then nothing. No text, no call. I never got an explanation. That was 4 months ago, and I still check my phone for a message that's never coming. How do I stop? How do
you stop? I'm sorry, just stop it. Just stop it. I know it sounds like, of course, but yeah, just stop it. I mean, first of all, that's a really bad thing to do. And you should want some more respect for yourself. So get over it. The other person doesn't deserve you. We tend to do this thing, mostly women, where when you start dating a person and you're really interested in that person, you want them to see you in the best way possible. You feel like under pressure that you have to act super well, and you start you stop thinking that they should do the same. Like, you're not the only one under test. Also, the other person is. So when these things happen, like if he disappeared, you should test him. Like, this is how he handles things. Do you really want to stay with a person that handles like things in this way, like disappearing? Or do you want a person that knows how to communicate and be like, hey, something bad happened, I can't be there, or I'm sorry, I feel overwhelmed from life, and I think tonight I can't, but maybe we can reschedule.
I mean, after 7 dates, also, even on the first date, we talked about it before, I would never do that, right? You always say, I'm not coming.
Exactly.
I would never skip a date or not come. I mean, I would tell the person I'm not coming. But this is just crazy. Like, and for the person who wrote this, I would recommend that you try to move on. And the only way maybe to move on is to write down what message you would send them, but don't send it. Just write it down.
Yeah, don't send it.
And then in the notes app or whatever, and then delete it, or don't accidentally send them the message. Because honestly, it is just the only way to move on is time. You will take some time and you will move on. But after 4 months, they're really not interested. Then
no, exactly.
No matter the excuse, it doesn't take 4 months to come back to you with a message.
No, if they're really interested in you, no. And I'm sure you're not the problem.
Yeah.
Like,
if they had an accident, maybe
I'm really.
Yeah, if they had an accident, okay, a week in the hospital, 2 weeks in the hospital, and then they can talk to you again. But 4 months, no. Sorry, they are in the wrong
Unless he
year.
is dead. But I mean, I don't even know. Do we know if who texted you is a woman or a man?
I think it's a woman.
Yeah, I felt the same. So yeah, unless he's dead, then everything should be handled differently, So yeah, don't move on for sure. The only way I would be okay with just a way of texting this person a message, but maybe not after 4 months. After 4 months, I will just move on. The only thing I could be like, okay, you can send that. It's something like, you know what? I felt like you were a more mature person and I deserve better. You could have at least canceled the date, or tell me what happened. But I'm okay with that. I hope you have a great life. Bye. Don't ask for an explanation. Don't do that, because they will not even tell you the truth, as I was saying before, they will try to find an excuse to make it like more sweet and nicer somehow, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
And they're
exactly.
cruel. You don't want to date a cruel person. Move on.
That is true. That is true. You don't want to date a cruel person.
Yeah.
Cool. The next story we have is another one from our listeners. My ex broke up with me 3 months ago. Since then, they've liked every single one of my posts, watched every story, and even reacted to a few. Last week, they DM'd me, so they sent them a DM, a meme. I don't know if this means something or if I'm reading into it. Am I being stupid?
Oh my God. I hate that.
I don't think that person, we don't know if it's a he or she. That person is not stupid. You might be doing what they want to. So this is exactly what we talked about before. This is like
Yeah, no.
breadcrumbing or even,
Mhm.
or but now even it's breadcrumbing your way back into the relationship or just keeping you
Yeah,
there.
like,
They broke up with you and then they're like, I still want her to be available. So you're still in touch.
yeah. Or maybe they were just, I'm sorry, horny.
Mm,
It can be also that, like, let's see
yeah.
if this person is awake. If it was during the night, I'm pretty sure they were just horny. Because why you should text me during the night? Usually it's just like to check if you're still available, and if you're available now, even better. But yeah, I really don't like that.
Yeah, she didn't
Also because
specify
why
what
just a
time they
meme?
DM'd her, or they didn't specify what time they received the DM. But yeah, I think they're not stupid, no. They're just human. I think everyone
No,
deserves to be
absolutely,
respected and
absolutely.
not being breadcrumbed.
I will not react too much to that. Like, if, I don't know, also because they decided to break up, right? So why are you again here? Can't you just speak your mind? It would be better, even if you want to say, I did a huge mistake and I want you back, say that. So I don't think that's the case, because if that was the case, they would have said it
Hmm.
somehow. But maybe they could be also afraid, so they like just check with a meme to see your reaction in order to do the next move for whatever reason they're texting you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. We don't know the reason, but I think it's not a good behavior anyway. So
No.
whatever the reason is just move on.
Again, just
Yeah.
move on.
Ciao. Right,
Yeah.
we come to our last segment.
No.
Yes. So some final words from both of our sides.
Mm-hmm.
What could you give as a piece of advice to avoid being ghosted?
To avoid being ghosted, I don't know if it's possible,
Okay.
because it's not about you, it's about the other person. Or unless you say at the very start, I hate people that ghost, so don't do that. If something is off or you don't feel a connection, just tell me, don't disappear. You can do that for sure. I usually do that, honestly. I always say I'm all about communication. If I say also something that bothers you, just tell me, don't keep it for yourself. Speak your mind. I don't like when people just don't tell things. So you can do that for sure, but maybe we can talk about how to react to ghosting, since we can't really always avoid it. But
Yeah,
I
I,
don't know.
I agree. I think you cannot do much to stop it, but I believe you can still see the signs coming and you can react, as you said, by saying, hey, I don't like this behavior, or is there something wrong? Something's happening. The problem is usually these people who want to ghost you or will ghost you at some point, they will tell you, oh, no, nothing's wrong. I'm just busy, blah, blah, blah. And then at some point they will just ciao.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they pre-ghost you and you kind of feel it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should start from both sides. That's the podcast. Funny. Like the person that goes, and I mean, the person that wants to end things, and the person that is just there trying to survive. I think we both should react better. Like, if we react better to the reality, we will start, like, I don't know how to say it, like a mechanism where all the people is going to start saying the truth and you react good to it. So that's good. But if we keep reacting bad to things, people are going to stop saying us things. Also in relationship, like in whatever case in life. Yeah, sorry. I'm losing myself.
We spoke about a lot about these behaviors in general. At the end of the day, in my opinion, I still believe that just people being a bit protective of themselves and a bit of a coward as well when you are
For sure.
ghosting people and leaving them without an explanation, and breadcrumbing because you want to hang out, like want to hang on to certain people without committing to any of them, I think that reflects a little bit badly on who you are, in my opinion.
Absolutely. That's absolutely true. Yeah. I don't know.
Any last
I'm
words
still
you want to say?
focused on what I was saying before because I feel like I didn't explain myself good. But it's like also in a relationship. Okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna go out of the topic for a little bit. But even in a relationship, if I tell my person, look, I'm feeling off because I didn't felt loved today, okay? And the other person reacts like super like in a lovely way. Oh, I'm sorry, what can I do to make you feel loved today? Whatever. I'm gonna keep that to tell that person my emotions or how I felt. But if I do that and the other person replies to me in a super rude way and be like, oh, you're such like so immature, you don't understand anything, you're playing victims, something like that, I'm gonna stop telling that person things. And it's related to the ghosting for me because if we always react bad, the other person is gonna keep ghosting people all over again, all the time. But if we all start acting differently and being more understandable when someone tells us, I'm sorry, I don't feel a connection, or your breath smelled bad, or whatever, it's better. You know? So we can be like, we start all communicating and everything is going to be better for the whole humanity. I don't know. I know that's big, but still.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we have come to the end of the episode. So thank you again, Sabrina, for joining me.
Thank you.
On this podcast. A message to everyone: if you've ever been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or orbited, please tell us about it in the comments. And if you've been the ghost, maybe this episode was for you.
Maybe you're gonna change.
Yeah, we'll see you next time with the next episode. Thank you all for joining. Yeah,
It
bye
was
everyone.
really fun. Bye.
Bye.